Hello lovelies and welcome to my channel. So today we are going to be creating this deep parted preppy slicked back ponytail. This look is honestly perfect for every day, but also translates beautifully in the evening as well for a slightly more formal look. We're starting off just by creating a deep side part and create a whole little section. So you can make this however deep you want. So you can literally pull it all the way back. You can take a small section in the front. This is just all up to personal preference. And the easiest way to do this is to actually clip this up out the way so you can actually really get into getting your ponytail nice and sleek. So guys, just keep in mind, I am creating this ponytail with absolutely no mirror. I can just see my tiny little viewfinder on my camera in front of me. So we're gonna really be testing out our skill today. So we're gonna be using the L'Oreal Invisi Hold, and this is in normal strength. So I actually picked this up at the airport the other day. So I'm quite interested to see how this works today. And I just like to brush this all through my hair. It's honestly so weird doing it without a mirror, but I'm sure we are going to be fine. And now just applying a little bit more. I do have a lot of baby hairs at the bottom, which I really like to completely saturate in gel because they are so annoying when you've got a perfectly slick ponytail or bun and then all these little baby hairs at the back pop out. It has got to be the most annoying thing ever. So now I'm just going to brush this all the way up into a nice high ponytail. I personally like to follow my cheek line and get my hair to fall in a similar direction, but you can really make this ponytail as high or as low as you want, but I just think this specific ponytail definitely suits a much higher look. And yes, this is always a major arm workout every time. So you can see I'm just slowly bringing it up higher and higher each time. So now that you are happy with your ponytail and the way that it looks and that it's super nice and snatched, we're going to just use a normal hair tie just to tie that into place. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply a little bit more gel on my fingers and just sort of smooth out all these sections just around my hairline. This is actually a GHD teasing wand, but I quite like to use this just to get all of my fine hairs to lie quite nice and flat. I do find that fine tooth combs are definitely the best for that, so something with a soft bristle brush like this is perfect. And it just really gets all of those hairs really beautiful and flat. And you can really sort of just perfect it as much as possible. Now, believe it or not, you are now going to take out your hair tie and redo the ponytail once more. So don't ask me how or why this works, but it just does. Like I promise you, you will, the second time that you tie this, your hair will be like perfection. So we are now going to tie it. I am using a different hair tie that is slightly more tight, just to make sure that that hair stays in place. Yep. And I like the way that this is looking. And next up, we are just going to apply a second hair tie. This is just going to create volume for our clip-in ponytail hair extension. Just creates volume at the top and actually creates quite a nice anchor for the ponytail to sit on top of. Now going in with my ponytail hair extension, guys, believe it or not, I made this ponytail hair extension from old clip-in weft extensions. So these were actually clip-ins, and I purchased this under part of the ponytail online, and I actually sewed, if you can see, like really roughly all of the hair extensions onto this base. And yeah, now basically I've got my own little clip-in ponytail. So for this look, you really do need a slightly shorter ponytail to get that very preppy fun look. Okay, so fun fact, if you do like to wear hair extensions, I would highly advise taking the spare piece that comes with most clip-in ponytails and actually plaiting it. It will make your life so much easier, because what happens is if you don't plait it, it kind of gets lost in the rest of this hair, and it can actually be such a mission to try and actually install it. So I've just actually started to plait this part and then just wrapping a normal piece of hair over. So now that our ponytail is installed, we're just gonna take just like a normal piece of hair, your hair or the ponytail hair, extension hair, whatever goes, like it doesn't actually really make a difference because it's going to actually go around the ponytail. Now, I would highly recommend adding a little bit of gel to your ponytail where you've covered it, just to keep it nice and steady, so you don't want it unwrapping like in the middle of your coffee date or something like that. Now, on a side note, if you wanted it to be completely and utterly seamless, of course, you would need to actually style your hair underneath the ponytail. But honestly, guys, I just really would prefer to save the health of my hair, so I'm a bit cheeky. I just try and hide it with my ponytail, but obviously, of course, this is really up to you. So before we tackle styling our very cute ponytail, we are gonna fix this section and this parting and get her looking all pretty. Now, for all of you perfectionists, I would recommend going through this with a straightener to get all of your hair absolutely perfect, dead straight before doing this. However, I would far rather save the health of my hair, so we're not going to be doing that. Instead, we're going to be using our trusty gel to style the parting accordingly. And yes, I really do saturate my hair in gel. It's the only way when you've got curly hair. You can literally place this sort of wherever you want to, and when I say that, I mean you can sort of do this if you want to, you can do this, you can even do this and bring it right over your ear. It's really up to you what your sort of style is. So I personally quite like it to sit perfectly just behind my ear, just like that. The other tip I can also give you is to try and find clips that are a similar color to your hair color. That is so super useful, and it actually does hide the clips so well. So if you are like me and you've got a longer part, you have probably got this long piece of hair sticking out here. So all we're going to do is wrap that up, and we are going to roll it just behind our hair because our ponytail is going to completely cover that, and run it almost sort of up in the direction of your ponytail. So if your parting is even longer than mine and it goes past your ponytail, you can actually wrap it around the ponytail just to hide it. That is honestly such a good trick, and I used to do that when my hair was completely grown out before layers. For the final part, we are going to just use a straightener to flip these beautiful ends to give them a little bit of personality. So you can also use a curling wand as well. If it has a slightly thicker barrel, you can use the soft curl tong from GHD. I've used that before as well. It works beautifully too, but I will be honest and say I do find that straighteners just do the job the best, but this is just my opinion. And did we get a little flick? Can't even see. Yes, we did. Looking super cute. Notice I'm not actually straightening the ponytail, and that is because it was actually pre-straightened a couple of days ago, so it's not really necessary. And now I am just going to roll up the flicks into a sort of curl and then pin that. This just helps with the longevity of the flick, and I also just like the fact that it kind of makes the flick a little bit softer and look a little bit more natural as opposed to being too sharp when you just use a straightener. You'll also notice that I haven't really styled my actual natural hair underneath the ponytail. This is one of the things I love about clip-in ponytails, is that you can actually conceal your hair underneath. So our funny little cute little curls are going to be up for about 5 minutes, and then I'm going to unclip them. I am back. It has been about 5 minutes and my hair is nice and cool, so we're going to start taking out these clips. Going to take our brush and literally create this sort of shape, soften the flick and style the hair so that it's all uniform and sitting together. And that is literally it, guys. This is our cute little flick ponytail with the side part. It is so cute, and it's a really nice alternative to a normal ponytail. Now, I will say a little pro tip is if you really want to do something that's really preppy and that really makes a statement, you can put your ponytail really high, like almost to here, and you will create this very glamorous do. But this is just an everyday look for me today, and I don't want to go too wild, but I do really love this ponytail so much. And I will also tell you guys, the nice thing about this hairstyle is that it stays all day. You don't have to worry about curls falling out or anything dropping. It literally just, it looks good the whole day. That is it from me today, guys. I hope you have a stunning day, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye, guys.